Taylor.
Leave me alone.
I am worried about you.
You liar.
You haven't eaten or slept. You won't even let us clean up your room.
I am your prisoner. I am not your house guest.
Taylor, to see you this unhappy makes me utterly miserable.
Then do something about it. Put an end to our misery. Let me go. Let me call my husband and my family and tell them I'm alive. So, what do you think?
I hope you're hungry.
You bet I am. Don't you think we should have some dinner first?
Forget dinner.
Why don't you lock the door?
I'll lock the door. Captain Moustafa.
Forgive me, am I interrupting you?
Well, we were just about to dig in.
Well, I won't keep you long. I just came to see if you enjoyed your first day aboard the yacht.
Oh, yes. Lanzarote is beautiful.
Those black sand beaches were amazing.
The caves were my favorite.
So, another day in Lanzarote, perhaps?
Well, actually, that was a little touristy for our tastes.
Then you desire seclusion, yes?
You know what I'd like? I'd love to take my bride to one of those island paradises. Any ideas?
Yes. The island of Hierro, the most isolated of the Canary chain. No tourists. You will be quite alone.
Perfect.
Good. We will anchor there in the morning.
So how's the diving there?
Oh, the reef is magnificent. You're both good swimmers, I hope. Yes?
Yeah, we've been wet once or twice.
Yes, there is much beauty beneath the wave. Well, I have taken up too much of your time. Please, do you enjoy your dinner?
Thank you, Captain.
Sure.
Okay. Where were we?
I think we were right here. Hey, Sal. Where'd you run off to today?
Oh, I went to the coffee house around the corner.
What, Insomnia?
Mm-hmm. Great place, my new favorite hangout.
Well, isn't that kind of, I don't know, a younger crowd over there? That Generation X and all?
Yeah, well, so what? I go there for the Java Italian style, not the clientele.
Well, you've always been young at heart.
Right. You know what? I met a very nice young lady there today. Her name was Jessica Forrester.
No kidding.
Yeah, she was there with her boyfriend. His name is Dylan.
Right.
Very attractive young couple.
Well, what, you know them?
Well, no, but I felt obliged to introduce myself to them when I heard them use the F word. F as in Forrester, darling.
Forrester, of course, Forrester.
Kind of a sweet kid, that Jessica Forrester. She seemed a little troubled, though.
Really? Did she fill you in on it?
Fill me in on what?
Nothing. I don't know.
Darla, you know something about Jessica Forrester.
Well, no, not really.
What do you mean, not really? Come on. Stop tap dancing around. You tell me what you know. You tell me exactly what you know about Stephanie Forrester's niece.
All right. Here's where we are. You've brought charges against Dylan Shaw for statutory rape.
He committed a crime against our niece. We want to see that he's prosecuted.
I'm afraid it's not that simple.
Why do you say that?
I'm not going to lie to you, Mrs. Forrester. The district attorney's office has a decision to make.
What kind of a decision?
Whether or not to prosecute this young man. Unfortunately, there is no guarantee that Dylan Shaw will ever see the inside of a court.
Are you saying that Dylan Shaw may not even be prosecuted?
Yes.
Well, don't you see that that's an outrage?
Well, look, we know that they've had sex. What you're saying is that it has to be decided whether it's statutory rape or not.
That's for a grand jury to decide.
Well, surely they'll indict him.
No. The DA must decide to present the case to them first. And even then, there's no guarantee.
What's keeping you from prosecuting?
To be very honest with you, Mrs. Forrester, we very rarely prosecute in a case like this. I mean, yes, your niece is legally a minor, but by less than 1 year. And the age difference between Jessica and Dylan is not so large to push a jury to conviction.
Dylan is 3 years older than Jessica. Now, that meets the statutory test. The law says a crime has been committed.
But there was no alcohol involved, no drugs, not even physical violence. Not even a suggestion of force.
What about psychological force?
That's next to impossible to prove, particularly without certain crucial testimony.
Testimony from whom?
From your niece, Jessica. From the victim.
Yes, and she certainly does not see herself as a victim.
And I don't need to tell you how bad the prosecution will look if the victim testifies on behalf of the defendant.
What is it you're telling us, Ms. Emerson? Are you abandoning this case?
Not at all. We might very well push for an indictment. Listen, what I've been describing is our general policy. But there are exceptions. And whether or not we prosecute Dylan Shaw, well, it largely depends on the two of you.
Now, what makes you think that I know anything about Jessica and Dylan, huh?
Oh, I thought maybe you heard it through the grapevine. You know, Thorne mentioned something to Macy, and then Macy passed it along to you. Does that ring a bell?
Oh, she swore me to silence.
Well, it's okay, honey. You can tell Macy that I threatened to fire you if you didn't level with me, so you're off the hook. Now start talking.
Okay, here's the poop. Stephanie had Dylan, ready for this, arrested.
What do you mean? She had him thrown in jail? Well, for what, darling? What was he doing? Pilfering paper clips from Forrester?
No. Statutory rape.
You mean with Jessica?
Yeah. It's like Jessica lost her virginity, and I think Stephanie's lost her mind. They had this huge blowout.
Of course. Oh, of course they did, darling. This is unbelievable. Well, Queen Stephanie strikes again, huh? Only this time it's different. This time she's going after one of her own. Now, that is quite a change of pace, wouldn't you say? It's interesting, though. Very interesting. Now, the only question left is, what is Sally Spectre going to do about it?
Is this really happening?
I mean, the two of us off the African coast on a 100-foot yacht enjoying a gourmet dinner?
You mean I'm not dreaming?
You are dreaming, but it's a dream come true.
Maybe for me.
Me too.
Oh, come on, Rich. This is second nature to you by now.
Not really. Taylor and I seldom did things like this. We thought about it, we even made plans. Seems like we always let our careers get in the way, though. It's gonna be different for you and me, Logan. I've realized how precious time is. I'm not gonna make the same mistake with you that I made with Taylor. I won't.
You can't hold me here forever. Somehow, some way, I will get word to Ridge.
You think you will end your pain when you leave here and return to a world where you don't belong? To a man who neither grieves nor mourns your memory? Do that, and you will magnify your pain 1,000-fold. No. I care too much for you, Taylor, to ever let that happen.
You're obsessed. And obsession isn't love. Can't you see that?
Don't tell me what I feel.
I don't know what changed you. But the prince that I met, the man who saved me, was a better man than to hold a helpless woman captive. Please, please let me go. I'll die here.
I know that my actions may seem irrational to you. But every day I pray that you will see the light, that what I do is for your welfare, not mine. I am sorry, Taylor, but it is here that you will stay.
Damn you! Damn you! Let me out of here! Let me out of here! I want to go! Please! Stop it! Let go, please! Must be hard for you to think about Taylor.
I can't dwell on it, Logan. Not now.
You have a new life now.
And a new love. You are my focus now. You and the kids. I'm not going to bury myself in my work like I have the last couple of years, and I'm not going to let you do that either.
Oh, Rich.
We have been blessed with so much, Logan. I want to experience all of it with you. Everything the world has to offer. This honeymoon is only the beginning. I promise you, whatever your heart desires, it's yours. Think of it as our grand adventure, a lifetime worth. And it starts today.
Sally, why the heck would you want to get in the middle of this mess?
I mean, can you imagine what she's going through right now? This boy, this Dylan, I mean, it's her first love, Darla. That's such a sensitive time in any girl's life. Everything ought to be romantic and magical, and instead, Stephanie Forrester's turning it into a nightmare. Jessica could be scarred for life. Just think about it. This boy that she's in love with has been accused of statutory rape by her own aunt. I mean, that's the worst kind of betrayal. Stephanie is her relative. She's her guardian. She is her own flesh and blood. Now, poor little Jessica is all alone in the world.
With nobody to turn to.
I don't know. I can think of someone who might be willing to rescue her. Why not, Darla? Who's better qualified than I am to offer a little compassion and understanding, right?
Your prosecution of Dylan depends on us?
Well, we've already pressed charges.
If we go to trial, Dylan Shaw's won't be the only life impacted. The two of you and your niece will have a price to pay. Now, the question is, are you willing to pay it?
Miss Emerson, this is not some frivolous lawsuit. My niece has been violated. Now, I'm committed to seeing Dylan Shaw stand trial for statutory rape.
In spite of the fact that Jessica doesn't want the young man to be prosecuted?
Jessica is barely 17 years old. Now, I will grant you that physically she's a young woman. But emotionally, she's still a child. She can't possibly know what she wants.
Do you agree with this assessment, Mrs. Forrester?
Well, having sex with a minor is illegal. I feel that Dylan should be held accountable.
There's an epidemic of teenage pregnancies in this country, still. Babies having babies, not to mention the AIDS epidemic. I mean, young people have to be taught to take responsibility for their own actions, and I want this young man to take responsibility for his. Now, I'm taking a stand right now.
Do you have anything to add?
We are her guardians as of now, at this point in her life, and I suppose it's incumbent upon us to guide her through this period of her life and to make sure that she has a sense of respect of self. I guess if we don't, we'd be as guilty as Dylan if we walked away from the responsibility that we've accepted.
Well, it's obvious you both want this.
But will that be enough for the DA to take it to the grand jury?
Well, there's still one practical problem.
Jessica.
There's no way we can successfully prosecute Dylan if Jessica refuses to cooperate.
Even though she's admitted that they've had sex?
Without her direct testimony, that's only hearsay. No, I'm afraid that I'll have to withhold my recommendation for the moment.
Until when?
Until after I speak with your niece. There's simply no way I can decide this case until I get a statement from Jessica.
God, you are so beautiful.
I keep telling myself that I can't love you any more than I already do. But I'm wrong. You keep proving me wrong. Every minute of every day. For the first time, I feel like I'm at home. Like I'm loved. And I feel really secure in that love.
You know I will never, ever leave you.
I want to be the only woman that you ever want or need. I know you had that kind of love once before. You deserve to have it again. Unconditional love for me. Forever.
We have taken over the vessel, sire, and the Forresters suspect nothing so far.
So, the Forresters are enjoying their voyage, are they?
Very much so, Excellency.
Where are they now?
In their cabin, having dinner.
And you are certain they suspect nothing?
They're far too engaged with each other's company, sire.
Excellent. Now your orders. Are they clear?
Yes, Excellency.
And you are prepared to follow through with what I require of you?
You know I am, sire.
Good, because time is of the essence. You are to carry out your orders tomorrow.
So soon?
You heard me. You are to carry out your orders tomorrow.